Hello everyone. Today I am going to explain franchisor disadvantages. Disadvantages of franchisor include lack of control over franchises, reputational risks, and slow growth through franchising compared to mergers and acquisitions. Disadvantages for franchisor include high cost and royalty payments, strict product rules, lack of support from disinterested franchisor, lack of flexibility in where and how to trade, and other startup challenges. Most franchisors face the following disadvantages. Difficult in motivating franchises. Generally, over a 5 to 10 year period, the business may witness several ups and downs. When the business goes down, the franchise may lose initiative in the business. In such cases, the franchisor has difficulty in motivating the employees. It also has problems motivating independent operators to price, deliver, promote, and hire according to business standards. Fight with publicity disputes between franchises and franchisors. Many disagreements are likely to arise between the franchisor and franchisee. Well-organized franchises constantly seek legal advice to gain economic influence. They hire lobbyists to protect themselves against possible negatives in the market. Third one, problems of inconsistent quality. Franchises offer unique service concepts. Service outlets licensed by a principal. Franchises must distribute services according to franchisor's specifications. If the franchisor does not deliver the service properly, the franchisor's brand will suffer. Unperforming franchises will always undermine the franchisor's name and reputation. Lack of direct contact with customers. The franchisor is not in direct contact with the customers, which means that they cannot understand the customer's needs. Franchises maintain a good customer relationship while dealing directly with customers. Customer relations are maintained effectively by the franchises, not by the franchisor. Encouragement of franchise. Many franchises operate within a small radius. Encouragement of franchises may occur by opening new units near existing ones. This reduces the probability of franchises. When encouragement occurs, potential revenues diminish and competition increases. Restricting regulation. While a franchise allows the franchise to be their own boss, they cannot completely control their business and make decisions without considering the franchisor's opinion. For most franchises, the most frustrating disadvantage they face is they must abide by the restrictions set out in the franchise agreement. The franchisor can exercise some degree of control over most of the franchise business and the decisions made by the franchise. Initial cost. While the initial investment of the franchise fee provides many benefits for the franchise, it can be costly, especially if you are joining a well-known and profitable franchise. While this often means bigger profits, coming in with that initial money can challenge any small business owner. While this may be seen as a downside to franchises, it's important to weigh the opportunity against the initial investment and find the right balance for your business. Lack of initial privacy. Another disadvantage of franchising is a lack of privacy. The franchise agreement will likely stipulate that the franchisor can oversee the entire financial ecosystem of the franchise. This lack of financial privacy can be seen by franchisees as a disadvantage of owning a franchise. However, it may be less of an issue if you welcome financial guidance. Disadvantage of franchising for the franchisor. While franchisors receive a lot of benefits from starting a franchise, there are also some disadvantages. to consider. Loss of complete brand control. When business owner opens an independent business, they have full control over their brand and every decision that takes place within the business. When a franchisor allows a franchisor to open a business under their own brand, it gives some control over their small business brand. Although the franchise agreement contains strong terms and rules to guide the decisions made by the franchise, your franchisees will not be your clones. They will think and act differently and your brand may suffer because of it. Increased potential for legal disputes. Anytime you enter a close business arrangement with others, you expose yourself to the risk of legal disputes. A well-drafted and eternally approved franchise agreement should limit most of the potential for a legal dispute between the franchisor and franchisees. But these disputes are still possible. Any legal dispute that needs to be resolved through mediation or the court system can be costly in both time and money, taking away from the franchisee's success. Initial investment. While most of talks are devoted to initial investments a franchisor must make in the franchise, this ignores the initial cost incurred by the franchisor. When a franchisor starts a franchise, there is an initial cost to get the business up and running. A franchisor should ensure that the franchise agreement is clearly written and reviewed by an attorney experienced in franchise law. The final word. Like most other business decisions, there are pros and cons to starting or buying a franchise, and not all franchise or franchise relationships are created equal. Before choosing the right franchise for you, it is important to research and understand all the advantages and disadvantages of franchising as a franchise or franchisor. Thank you everyone.